I'm going to talk to you today about one of my favourite cameras, and it's one of my favourite cameras because it's a camera that I have had since 1983. In 1983 I was a student and I was doing photography at college, and I was keen to get a modern camera. I had used a Zorky 4K, I had used an old TLR 120 Rolleiflex copy, a cheap copy, and I wanted something up to date. I wanted something modern, and I read all the magazines of the time: Amateur Photographer, Camera Weekly, What Camera, and I couldn't make up my mind. I saved my money, I worked in the pub to make some money, but because I was at college, in those days you could actually get what was called an equipment grant, and if you were doing an art subject you could get this equipment grant would include a camera. So I had a second-hand Fuji 605, which is okay but not great, and I just decided, should it be a Olympus OM1, but that was £154. Should it be a Minolta, I think it was a HG, that was about £120, but a big plastic. A camera which was then quite reasonably priced and sort of did most of what one was looking for, because it had a meter and it had shutter speeds up to 1000 and it was through the lens, was the Pentax. And this is a TL5B, bit chunky, and I thought, no, I'm not going to. This is one I bought many years later. I thought, no, I don't like that. I wanted something modern. And at that time, everything was beginning just to go a little bit more automatic. And Pentax were very successful with their K1000, though that was getting a little bit old, and at that stage it was £92. I looked at one and just decided it was a little bit old-fashioned. And the latest thing on the block was this. This was a ME Super. It had been out as the plain ME a couple of years before, but what made this ME Super was the fact it had what was called aperture priority. That was that you set the aperture and the camera would automatically set the speed, or you could put it on manual and have whatever aperture you desired and whatever shutter speed, and then you would have to take the consequences of the result. The other key thing about this was the size of the camera. It had what was then relatively the new modern mount of the Pentax K mount. In the 1960s, the Pentax cameras had been a screw thread. In the 70s, they then introduced with the, I think it was the K1000 and the KS, the MS, they introduced this thing called the bayonet, which meant you could take lenses on and off the camera very, very easily. Focusing is very straightforward, but it's manual. And you basically, to use it, you just focus, decide on your aperture, let's say f8, and then the camera in the viewfinder, a little LED is against the shutter speed, and you click. And you wind on. You can get this model, you could get a film winder, which I've got one in here. You could get lots of, at the time I bought this camera, I bought a Zeiss Zoom 80 to 200 zoom. But this camera came with the 50mm 1.7, and I've literally taken thousands of films on this camera. It saw me all my way through college, and it's a camera that I still go back to. It's very light, it's relatively robust, it's easy to handle. Couple of points from the buying perspectives. It hasn't done so much in as well in value as the K1000, which is always put down to be the student's camera and an excellent starter camera. It is, but this I think is equally good. Time hasn't been as kind to it. The problems you can get, occasionally you get models and the gears have gone, so it won't grind on properly, and that is something you can't really do much about. And because of the relatively early LEDs in these, again, sometimes the metering goes. If you were to buy one, and they are, I think, very good value, and on eBay currently they are between, I would say, £20 and £70, with, you would want to buy one with a lens. You get a lot now without the lenses because people, the Pentax K lens is a good lens to, you can buy adapters, and a lot of people use them on digital cameras, on DSLRs with adapters. To take the lens on and off, you press here, set the dots up and click, and inside there's a little seal here which is worth checking out. Always worth checking. This camera has been very, very well used. Look at the bottom of the camera, look at the top. This camera is mine since '83, and it's been round the world, it's been various parties, it's been really well used, but it's still going strong. I think they are a good buy. Not everyone's cup of tea, but a nice user camera. That's the Pentax ME Super. Bye for now.